A strip of pale moonlight spilled into the room, followed by the tall figure of the high priest. His heavy robes brushed the ground as he stepped inside, closing the door softly behind him. The smell of palm wine clung to him. Simi stared in disbelief. "Why are you here?" she asked, her voice shaking. The priest's face was calm, almost amused. "I came to save you from what is coming," he said, "but only if you do as I say." Her eyes narrowed. "What are you talking about?" He stepped closer, his shadow swallowing hers. "Do you think all those widows who died here were poisoned? Number, they died because they refused me. This place is mine. Everything that happens inside it is mine. If you do not comply, you will not live alive. But if you please me." His smile was slow and heavy. "You might leave." She could barely process what she was hearing. The priest, the man who was supposed to guard the purity of the ritual, was using it to prey on women. "Don't come near me," she said, stepping back until her spine pressed against the wall. The priest laughed, a deep sound that made the small room feel smaller. "You think you have a choice? There is nothing you can do." He reached for her. Something inside Simi snapped. She ducked, pushing him back, but he was strong. His hands grabbed at her arms. She twisted, her nails digging into his skin. He snarled, trying to pin her. In a desperate surge, she drove her knee up into his groin. He doubled over with a groan, clutching himself. Simi didn't wait. She lunged for the door, flung it open, and ran. Her bare feet slapped against the dirt, the cool night air filling her lungs. Behind her, she heard his voice roar her name, but she didn't look back. She ran through the silent village until she reached her home. Her mother was sitting on the mat outside, her face pale when she saw Simi in the white mourning cloth. "You're in danger," her mother cried, rushing to her. "What have you done?" "I had to leave," Simi gasped. Her mother's expression hardened. "Leave? Do you know what this means? You've ruined everything. You've shamed us. They will come for you. You have brought punishment to your children." Simi's two little ones were sleeping beside their grandmother. She crouched, shaking, and touched their faces. Tears blurred her vision. "Listen to me," she said. "You have to hear what happened." Her mother wanted to scold her again, but something in Simi's voice stopped her, and so Simi told her what happened. When she finished, her mother just stared, speechless. By morning, the drum began to beat again, but this time, it was a harsh, rapid rhythm signifying abomination. The high priest stood in the village square, his voice loud and commanding. "Simi has fled the trial of innocence. She has confessed her guilt through her actions. She killed her husband, and now she runs from justice." The people murmured, some gasping, others shaking their heads. When Simi tried to speak, to tell the truth, the priest raised his hand for silence. No one wanted to hear her. In Okunwo, a woman who broke the widow's trial was as good as guilty. Simi and her family were sentenced to banishment from the village. By afternoon, the punishment began. Villagers poured into the dusty road, sweeping Simi out with brooms and leaves, the ritual of cleansing for those cast out. The walk to the edge of the village felt endless. Children stared, old women spat, men turned their faces away. The white mourning cloth clung to her skin as if mocking her. At last, the familiar huts of Okunwo disappeared behind her. Ahead lay the winding path to her mother's birthplace, many miles away. Her children clung to her hands, their face full of fear and confusion. Her mother said nothing as they walked. Simi's mind burned. She had been humiliated, thrown out like dirt. The priest had lied, and the whole village believed him. But she was still breathing, and she would not forget. She would not forgive.